This is SSMSN Coaches Spotlight.
Larger than life, bombastic, tough. These are just a few words used to describe Oxbow High's legendary multi-sport physical education instructor, Gene Tyranny. Or as his former players refer to him, Coach Tyranny. This is Tiffany Simmons of SSMSN. I had the opportunity to sit down with some of Tyranny's former players as they reminisced about their coach.
People ask me all the time, what was it like to play for Coach Tyranny? What I remember most is his way with words. Not that his words ever made sense, just that he had a way with them.
We'd be at practice, and he'd line us up like we're in the army or something. Then he'd start yelling at us, and we'd yell back, "Yes, Coach Tyranny." Truth was, we hardly understood a word he was saying. We were just ready for practice to be over. Sometimes laziness can be very motivating.
Recruits, you gotta be tough enough. You'll snap your neck like a chicken. Pitiful. That was just pitiful. You gotta have calf muscles the size of cantaloupes. Yeah, that's what we remember most. Catchphrases. Lots of catchphrases.
Coach Tyranny, 2 words. Neck calisthenics. 4. Neck calisthenics. 5. Neck calisthenics. 5. Neck calisthenics.
He was relentless when it came to the weight room. He had us in there almost 24/7. But even crazier than that was his idea that we only had to work out 3 muscle groups: neck, chest, and calves. I mean, really, calf muscles? The neck I can understand, maybe. Chest, sure. But calf muscles? Calf muscles.
His fashion sense left a lot to be desired. Yeah, he always wore those shiny red shoes. And tube socks with the red stripes all the way up to his knees. Don't forget those tight, stretchy shorts with the pockets. And the red shirt. And that hat.
Oh, and those shades.
He wore those shades all the time. No one ever saw his eyes.
His eyes? Never saw him.
But I will say this about the coach. Underneath that barrel chest was a big heart.
Even with all his faults, we always knew Tyranny was going to do the right thing.
Well, no question, he wanted to be a man of God.
And that's why we love him. Yep, that's why we love Coach Tyranny. We love Coach Tyranny!
And there you have it. The man, the myth, the legend,
Hey, why are you talking about me in the past tense? I'm standing right here.
the still very much alive Coach Tyranny.
That's right.
This has been another SSMSN Coaches Spotlight.
Can somebody tell me what bombastic means? Thanks for helping me with my yard work.
Don't mention it. Besides, you know what they say.
What, help your uncle do his yard work so he can finish early and watch the game?
No, do unto others as you would have them do unto you.
Now, does that mean you'll be asking me to help you with your yard tomorrow?
No, but I'd like to think that you'd help me if I did.
I suppose I'd be willing to help, seeing as you're my favorite niece and all.
La-dee-dee, la-dee-da, la-dee-da, super-duper-dee-dee-da.
New neighbor?
Yup, he's new, just moved in.
Northern Southwest Eastern High School?
Can you believe that? The guy went to school there back in the 80s.
Oxbow High's oldest rival.
He and I are about the same age. We went through high school about the same time.
What brings him to Oxbow?
Why not? Oxbow is the land of opportunity.
Hey, neighbor.
Oh no, he sees us. Whatever you do, don't make eye contact.
Uncle Gene.
Too late.
Can you believe it? 2 arch rivals living right next door to each other. Isn't that just super?
Right. Super.
Hey, we'll have to get together sometime and reminisce about the good old days.
The good old days.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't it our sophomore year when Northern Southwest Eastern High School ran the table on Oxbow High in all 3 major sports?
Junior year, actually.
Super. You'll have to come over sometime and watch some old game tape on my new flat screen TV.
I can't wait.
Super duper. I'll see you guys later then.
Is that one of the new hybrids?
Sure is. I'm getting great gas mileage. Oh, and I'm saving the planet at the same time. You know, Gene, you should consider trading in that old clunker for one of these babies. Those old Jeeps are real gas guzzlers, you know. Toodaloo!
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Now, how do you expect me to like a guy like that?
Remember what Jesus said? Love your neighbor as yourself.
Even when it says super all the time?
Even one that says super all the time.
Super. Now check out this old game film, Doubletree. I'll show you who I'm talking about. See? That's the guy.
The quarterback?
No, look closer, on the sideline.
Huh, I see what you mean.
Special delivery.
What is it, Mr. Janitor? You delivering mail now? I should start calling you Mr. Mailman.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I was just cleaning up around the teacher mailboxes, and I saw you haven't been checking your mail lately.
We have teacher mailboxes.
Not trying to be nosy, but it looks like you have something marked urgent from the Coaches Association.
Oh yeah, that's my invitation to the annual Coaches Conference. Are you going this year, Doubletree?
I'm excited, Coach Tyranny. Very excited.
Great, we'll ride together then. Now that I think about it, it'll be super to spend a few days away from my super neighbor. Left, right, up, left, right, down. Now there's no better time to do your daily neck calisthenics than when you're driving on the way to a coaches conference.
Doesn't it make it difficult to keep your eyes on the road?
It also serves as an exercise to develop my peripheral vision.
I bet one day they'll come up with a law against it, kind of like driving while texting.
They call it driving while flexing.
Looks like someone's got a flat tire.
Oh no, you've got to be kidding me. That's my super neighbor.
We have to stop and help him, Coach. Come on, do the right thing.
No way. I'm not stopping to help that guy. Look, there's a gas station right across the street. You better pull in and fill up.
Will somebody please help me? I need to change my tire.
Pitiful. That's just pitiful. He can't even change a tire by himself.
Well, it's obvious. Someone needs to help that guy.
Not me. No way. I bet if he just waits there patiently, someone will come along shortly to help him. See? Here comes somebody now. It's a priest. He'll stop for sure.
Oh dear. That stranded soul could use a tire change. I would stop to help, but I'm on my way to officiate a wedding. I can't get my hands and clothes dirty before I get there. Sorry.
Hey!
He didn't even stop.
Huh? Well, I'm sure he had a good reason.
Maybe this truck driver will stop.
Poor guy. I'm making good time. I should have stopped to help him.
It would be super if you'd help me out here.
Hey, never mind. You can't just pull those big trucks over to the side of the road to help any old stranded motorist. Those guys keep a tight schedule.
Well, apparently he has time to stop and get gas.
Why won't someone stop and help me? This isn't super at all.
Now, that's just pitiful.
You know, men, this reminds me of a parable.
Mr. Janitor, what are you doing outside of school? Are you going to a janitor's conference?
He does have a way of popping up at the right place at the right time.
I think we have a situation here. That man needs help.
That's what I've been trying to tell him.
If it were anybody else, I'd be over there in a minute. But not this guy. Anybody but this guy. Think about it. What if I help this guy change his tire and I end up hurting his car? He could sue me.
Excuse me, I couldn't help but overhear.
Who is that?
He's the lawyer that does those funny commercials you see on television all the time. Just ask him his name.
Who are you?
Rufus Duffus, attorney at law.
Great. That's all we need. A lawyer.
You don't have to worry about the concern you just mentioned. This state has a Good Samaritan law.
Good Samaritan law?
You're protected in the event you help someone like that guy over there, even if you damage his car in the process.
So that's no excuse.
What's a Good Samaritan?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Jesus tells us you must love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your strength, and with all your mind, and you must love your neighbor as yourself.
But the question is, who is my neighbor?
Lawyers.
Jesus told a story about the man who was on his way from Jerusalem to Jericho and was robbed and beaten and left for dead by the roadside.
Kind of like our stranded motorist here.
First, a priest came by, and when he saw the wounded man, he passed by on the other side.
I guess that did look kind of bad, didn't it?
Next, a Levite came, and he too looked at the hopeless man and passed by on the other side as well.
My name's Johnson. Anybody here named Levite must be from out of town.
Then a Samaritan came along, and the Samaritan took care of the hurt man.
Samaritans and Jews didn't get along back then, right?
Correct.
Now, how did you know that?
I've been to Sunday school a time or two.
Jesus finished the parable by asking, which of the three men, the priest, the Levite, or the Samaritan, was a neighbor?
The man who took pity on him.
Then Jesus said, go and do likewise.
So what you're saying is, I'm the Samaritan, and I should help this guy out, even though we are two totally different people.
What if the guy needs a new tire?
The parable also states that the Samaritan paid for everything.
Don't push it.
Well, howdy, neighbor. You here to help me change my tire?
There were times I prayed that God would give me an opportunity to put this massive chest to good use. And today is that day.
Oh, that is super. I don't even need to jack up the car. You're my hero, Coach Tyranny.
Make that a super hero.
Tough Talk with Coach Tyranny, take 37.
And now, Tough Talk with Coach Tyranny.
Life is tough. Sometimes you're in a car accident and, due to no fault of your own, you've been injured bad. But what if you were hit from behind and you now suffer from whiplash? It's probably due to the fact that your neck isn't as fully developed as mine. That's your fault. You need muscle. Call the law office of Rufus Doofus. Like me, he'll be your muscle in the courtroom. He'll muscle the insurance companies and make them pay. Call the muscle line at the law office of Rufus Doofus.
That's Duffus, Coach. Rufus Duffus.
Right now.
This has been Tough Talk with Coach Tyranny.
Calm down, Daisy. I haven't forgotten the ingredients. You act like I haven't mixed my own personalized energy drink before. In addition to raw eggs, I also add orange soda, a generous helping of cinnamon, peppermint hard candy, and of course, the secret ingredient. Shh, not so loud, Daisy. Do you want everyone to know the secret ingredient of Coach Tyranny's energy drink? What's that, girl? There's something on TV I should see.
You're watching SSMSN, the Sports, and More Sports Network.
Tonight, we announce the results of our nationwide call for nominations for this year's recipient of our annual Triple E Award. You've received an unusual number of nominations this year, haven't you, Tiffany?
Thousands from all over the country, Mark. As you know, the Triple E Award goes to a high school coach who exemplifies extraordinary excellence, and we feel this year's winner does just that.
Why are you making me watch this, Daisy? It's just some dumb award.
This year's winner hails from a small town called Oxbow.
You know a little bit about that town, don't you, Tiff?
I actually attended high school there with our recipient.
Really? So you know him?
Let's just say I know firsthand he deserves this honor. This year's recipient of our Triple E Award goes to...
Hush, Daisy.
Coach Gene Tyranny of Oxbow High School.
Oh, no. Good day, Oxbow Oxen. Now it's time for your morning announcements.
tell them about your award.
Bus 34 is running late this morning due to a flat tire mishap.
I said, tell them about your award.
Shh, don't bother me while I'm trying to do morning announcements. Lunch today is pizza shaped like rectangles.
If you don't, I will.
And your thought for today is, some are wise, most are otherwise.
Give me that. And we'd all like to congratulate Coach Tyranny on being the recipient of SSMSN's Triple E Award.
That is frivolously unnecessary.
A crew from SSMSN will actually be on this very campus next week to present him with the award personally. So if you see Coach around school today, be sure to tell him how proud we are of him. Good day. What's gotten into you? Why aren't you excited about receiving this award? This is a huge honor. Just think about all the publicity this school will receive. I'll be on national TV.
It's more like basic cable.
You'd better not mess this up for me, Tyranny. Hope, get in here and talk some sense into your uncle.
Congratulations, Uncle Gene.
Don't worry about it. Go ahead and call me Uncle Gene on school grounds. I feel so bad right now, you could call me Fluffy and I wouldn't even care.
What seems to be the problem?
Your uncle's not excited about winning this award. If he doesn't get an attitude adjustment ASAP, he's going to ruin it for the entire school.
Bus 34 is here, Coach.
Doubletree, you two go way back. See if you can talk some sense into your friend.
I know why he's not excited.
Watch it, Doubletree.
He's a little nervous about seeing Tiffany Simmons again after all these years.
That's right. She did say she used to go to school here, didn't she?
That was way before my time.
So you two were friends, huh?
They were more than friends.
Doubletree?
More like boyfriend and girlfriend.
Really?
Really?
Nice work, Doubletree. Now everyone will know.
What's the big deal? She's a beautiful woman on TV. Anyone else would be proud to say they dated a woman like that.
It brings back a lot of hurtful memories for me. I don't want to talk about it.
I've got some old yearbooks right here.
The only girlfriend I remember you having was the old softball coach.
Oh yeah, you mean Helga.
It didn't last between us. We just had too much in common.
So, what happened between you and Tiffany Simmons?
She was only here for a few years. Her family moved around a lot.
Did you ever try to catch up with her after she moved away?
I said I'd rather not talk about it.
Wow, she's beautiful.
I don't care how beautiful she is. All I know is when she gets here next week, you better be on your best behavior, Tyranny.
Calm down, you'll do fine.
I haven't felt butterflies this bad since we played Northern Southwest Eastern High School. How do I look?
You look fine.
Is my mustache freshly combed?
Looks great.
And my breath, is my breath okay today?
I'm sure it's fine.
How's the halibut, Harold?
I told you, your breath is fine.
I'm sorry, I think the cafeteria pizza I had for lunch had a little garlic on it.
Well, there's still time to pop in a breath mint before Tiffany gets here. Too late.
Hello, Gene.
Hello, Tiffany.
Did you by chance have cafeteria pizza for lunch?
Maybe.
I'm just kidding. Are you ready to be on national television?
I guess.
Great. Let's do this.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big Oxbow High School welcome to our very own Tiffany Simmons.
Thanks so much. It's great to be back in beautiful Oxbow. I'm here today to honor your coach, Coach Gene Tyranny.
I haven't had the opportunity to tell you this yet, but I don't go by Gene anymore.
Or as you affectionately refer to him now, Coach Tyranny. As you probably know by now, Coach Tyranny and I went to high school together. I used to cheerlead in that same uniform. Some of the stories I could tell, huh?
Stories? No stories. There are no stories.
Every year, SSMSN recognizes one high school coach throughout the country that displays the following qualities: trustworthiness, respect, responsibility, fairness, caring, and good citizenship.
Are they sure they've got the right guy?
Add to that a drive and passion to develop neck, chest, and calf muscles, and you've got yourself one fine coach. It is truly an honor to present this award. Hey, are you busy after this? Got some time to catch up?
You want to grab some hot wings at Oxbow Steakhouse?
I'm thinking more like the usual place.
Oh yeah, the usual place. Well, here we are.
I remember this place like it was yesterday. We used to hang out here for hours as teenagers just watching planes take off and land.
I still do sometimes. I'm not a big fan of change.
That's what I love about this place, Oxbow, the land time forgot.
Hang on, here comes one now.
I feel like a kid again. Now I remember why I nominated you for the award.
Why, so you could watch planes take off?
No, so we could talk about the old days. I remember when we first met.
You do?
You used to break in front of me in the lunch line every day in the school cafeteria. Were you trying to get my attention, or were you just hungry?
I always did like their little pizzas shaped like rectangles. It's easy to eat.
I used to watch you from the sidelines during football games.
Coach had this rule that we couldn't look at the cheerleaders during the game, so I had to peek through the ear hole in my helmet just to see you.
After the games, you'd come over to my house and we'd sit and watch the local news to see the scores of the other high school football games. To this day, I still think that's how I got the bug to go into broadcasting.
I just remember your annoying little sister sitting between us on the couch.
I remember she was always asking you to flex your muscles.
I can't say I blame her for that.
I have always loved your sense of humor. What do you remember about me?
And that's easy. The white dress you used to wear when you came to visit my church.
I had this wide-brimmed hat with flowers I wore with it. I remember.
I'll never forget it as long as I live. I could barely pay attention to what the preacher was saying. You were the most beautiful thing these eyes had ever seen.
Speaking of which, I always did think you had the prettiest eyes. It's a shame you've always covered them up with those shades.
Hey, don't touch the shades. These shades stay on all the time.
Even at night?
Even at night.
Can you make an exception for me? Just this once?
I guess just once.
Sorry, I guess I couldn't resist.
Don't be. I haven't felt like this since we made the state playoffs back in 1987.
If we have all these fond memories, why in the world did we drift apart in the first place?
I don't remember.
It's settled then.
What's settled?
Come back with me. To the big city.
The big city?
You could be a coach at one of the big high schools or maybe even at the college level.
Oh, I don't know about that.
You can leave this hick town behind you and go on to bigger and better things.
Whoa. Hold on. Stop right there. You're getting a little bit ridiculous.
What's wrong?
Now I remember.
Remember what?
Why we drifted apart. You were always a fame and fortune seeker. That's why you moved to the big city.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing wrong with that. Just don't look down your nose at me because it's not my thing.
So what is your thing?
The very things you described when you were giving me that award. I chose to stay here in Oxbow and educate the young people of this town. It's not about me. It's about them.
So I'm selfish for pursuing my interest at the network?
I'm not saying that at all. It's like they say in Romans. We have different gifts according to the grace that's been given us. If a man's gift is prophesying, let him use it in proportion to his faith. If it's serving, let him serve. If it's teaching, by all means let him teach. If it is encouraging, let him encourage. If it is contributing to the needs of others, let him give generously. If it's leadership, let him govern diligently. If it's showing mercy, let him do it cheerfully.
So you were paying attention in church.
I have a niece that's very knowledgeable about the Bible, as well as a janitor that pops up from time to time.
A janitor?
It's a long story. In fact, I'm kind of expecting him to pop up any minute now and interrupt this intimate moment we're having between the two of us.
Well, until he does, this has been very nice, Coach Tyranny. I must say, I learned a little something from you here tonight.
Well, that's odd. Usually, I'm the one doing all the learning. And now, Daisy, it's finally time for that secret ingredient, guaranteed to promote a fulfilling and meaningful life. No, Daisy, this ingredient is a little harder to measure, and sometimes a little harder to come by.
Hey, we're glad to have Tiffany Simmons back with us after her recent trip to the small hamlet of Oxbow.
Thanks, Mark.
I understand you had a chance to catch up with some old friends while you were there.
You could say that, Mark. I certainly learned a lot.
Like what, Tiff?
I learned that you don't have to be a big fish in a big pond to be great.
Yeah, sometimes you can be a big chest in a small pond.
This is Tiffany Simmons saying good night, Coach Tyranny, and thanks for the memories.
What, me crying? No way. You just a jealous type. It's because of you that I had to dump Helga. You know you're the only girl for me, Daisy.
Tough Talk with Coach Tyranny. Take 23.
And now, more Tough Talk with Coach Tyranny.
Choosing a place to eat can be tough, but not when the choice is Oxbow Steakhouse. The Oxbow Steakhouse, located off Oxbow Highway and Interstate 29 here in Oxbow. They serve a scrumptious dinner 7 days a week and lunch Tuesday through Friday. And on Friday night, that scrumptious all-you-can-eat buffet. But folks, don't overdo it. We don't want to see your midsection on the evening news during one of those obesity segments. You know what I'm talking about. On Sunday, beat the stampede from church and be the first to enjoy their famous Sunday lunch. It's an Oxbow tradition. And who can forget, you get marbles with your steaks.
Cut!
What's the problem?
It's not marbles, Coach. We're talking about marbleized steaks. Marbleized.
Marbleized steaks? Well, that doesn't make any sense. And of course, my personal favorite, the best chicken wings in Oxbow. Scrumptious. So remember, the Oxbow Steakhouse for all your pregame meals. A nutritious meal from Oxbow Steakhouse will guarantee a victory almost every time.
This has been more Tough Talk with Coach Tyranny.
I love the spring. Birds chirping, flowers blooming. New life abounds everywhere. It's days like this that make me glad to be alive. Now, how may I be of service?
I'm excited, Coach Tyranny. Very excited.
Coach Doubletree, you ready to watch the ball game tomorrow?
Just want to check and make sure we're still on.
You know it. I'll have plenty of chips and drinks ready for us.
And I'll bring the cheese.
What kind of cheese?
Gouda, Coach Tyranny. Gouda.
Should be a great game.
I can't wait. See you tomorrow.
Hasta luego. You know, I'm a connoisseur of cheeses. Don't worry, Doubletree. I won't forget the blue cheese dressing.
Hello, Jean. It's your mother.
Mom, what are you doing calling me this time of day? You usually wait to call me after you watch your stories.
I just wanted to tell you how excited I am that you'll be at my church tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Don't you remember? You promised me you'd come after you finished your steak and ribs at Oxbow Steakhouse last Tuesday. I picked up the check, remember?
Oh, yeah. I probably would have agreed to just about anything after that.
It'll be great having you there.
I don't know, Ma. I kind of made other plans.
But, Jean, it's the church's 200th anniversary homecoming celebration. Everyone is coming back for it. Former preachers, your old Sunday school teachers, and a lot of your old friends that you grew up with.
I know. That's what worries me. Ma, do I have to wear this suit?
Yes, Gene. You know you always need to wear your very best to church, son, especially on Easter Sunday.
Oh, Ma.
Son, it's the church you grew up in, the building block for the foundation of the rest of your life. It's the church that made you who you are today.
Now this is true.
I've asked your brother and sister to come too, and they're bringing their families.
If you're trying to persuade me, this ain't helping.
Gene, now you be nice to your brother and sister.
At least my favorite niece will be there. I'm still trying to figure out how Hope turned out to be so nice.
They're having a covered dish lunch afterward, and I made the cake you always ask me to make.
Coconut?
And honey buns.
Honey buns?
And your favorite?
Chicken wings.
Chicken wings.
Okay, Ma. I'll be there.
Well, try to contain your excitement.
Consider it contained.
Okay. Bye-bye, sweetie. I love you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Ma.
Bye, honey.
Ma, I'm hanging up the phone now.
Okay. Bye-bye, Jeannie.
Bye, Ma.
Bye-bye, sonny boy.
Good gracious.
Get back, kitty. Hello?
I can't do it tomorrow, Doubletree.
What happened?
Well, my mom called, and evidently I promised I would go to her church tomorrow.
Uh-oh. I know how those things go. My mom still makes me go with her to Wednesday night prayer meetings.
She's excited, Doubletree. Very excited. I just can't let her down.
I'm disappointed, Coach Tyranny. Very disappointed. But I understand. It's important to honor your parents. I think you're doing the right thing.
Maybe so, but it still hurts. Kind of like doing squat thrusts too early in the morning. I wish Aunt Vera would stop talking to the preacher. If we don't hurry up, we'll be last in line for the dinner on the grounds.
Just wait, Gene. There'll be plenty for everybody.
Yes, Mama.
Hope you enjoyed the service today, Miss Vera.
Oh, it was beautiful. Just beautiful.
Okay, that's enough, Aunt Vera. Hurry along.
Mrs. Tyranny, I'm so glad to see little Jean join us today for homecoming.
Little Jean?
Yes, I'm so proud of him.
Jean, we're all so excited to hear your quartet sing while we eat.
While we eat? I was kind of hoping we'd wait until afterward.
Oh, Gene, they already have the microphone set up. Y'all should go ahead and sing now.
Okay. Sorry, guys. They want us to sing for our supper.
Man, I'm about to starve.
Me too. No kidding, I'm starting to get a little lightheaded.
Before we sing, we need to warm up our vocal cords. Neck calisthenics, everyone. Left, right, up. Left, right, down. Left, right, up. Left, right, down. Relax.
Ready, gentlemen?
Ready when you are, preacher.
Members past and present, we're pleased to have singing for us the Four Horsemen of Acapella.
I hear that Tyranny boy can really sing bass.
There is a Redeemer, Jesus, God's own Son, precious Lamb of God, Messiah, Holy One. Thank you, O my Father, for giving us your Son and leaving your Spirit till the work on earth is done.
That was beautiful. Just beautiful.
Oh, yes, it was.
Time to eat. Hey, you there in the seersucker suit. Should you be eating so many pigs in a blanket? Then save some of those hot wings for us old folks, son. Man, I'm telling you, somebody needs to get a handle on these children and their ferocious appetites. What's this? All that's left are turnip greens and deviled eggs with pickles in them? I long for the days when no one cared about their cholesterol.
Here you go, Uncle Gene.
Hope to the rescue. And with my favorite dish, chicken wings.
I even remembered to save you some blue cheese dressing.
And this is exactly why you're my favorite niece.
I'm your only niece. Come on, we saved you a spot at the table.
We? What do you mean, we?
Yeah, Mom and Dad are sitting with Aunt Joan and Uncle Jeff.
Oh, no.
What's wrong?
I just realized I forgot to bring the tablets I normally take for my heartburn.
You have heartburn?
Nope. But I bet I will after this.
Hey, Mom and Dad, look who I found.
Well, hello, Kevin.
Hello, Gene.
Watch it, you two.
You should have gone for it in the fourth quarter of the Northern game.
Kevin, be nice to your brother.
Hi, Sissy Bird.
Hi, big brother. You remember Jeff?
What's happening, bro-in-law?
Hey, Gene, when you get a second, I need to talk to you about doing some TV commercials for me.
TV commercials?
Yeah, for my car dealership. I bought up a block of airtime at the local cable station. I'm thinking you and I be in the commercials, talking about all the vehicles I have for sale on the lot. You know that. I've got...
Just about any kind of color you want?
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know, Jeff. I'm kind of busy.
I am so excited to see all of my family here today. Your father would be so proud.
If you would just run play action on fourth down instead of kicking that field goal. I saw that commercial you did for that lawyer in town. You're telling me you'll do a commercial for a lawyer, but you won't do one for your own brother-in-law?
What's wrong, Uncle Gene? Your heartburn acting up?
How could it? He hasn't even eaten anything yet.
I gotta go.
Well, you gotta go. You gotta go.
It's only for a little while. It's only for a little while. I'm doing this for my mom. I'm doing this for my mom. That's what I need to keep telling myself if I'm gonna get through this. Now I just need to get back out there and... Wait a minute. What's this? Church elders, past and present. Well, look, there's Dad.
Is he while you're sweating?
My family has always had that effect on me.
Ox thought a lot of you and your siblings. You do well to honor him by coaching in his place at the high school.
I do my best, but no matter what I do, it never feels like I'm doing enough.
Well, you're here today, aren't you?
Only because my mom asked me to be here.
I'm not sure you realize how much this means to her that you're here.
You think so?
It reminds me of the commandment that God gives his people to honor their father and mother. It sounds easy, but oftentimes it requires us to sacrifice something we want ourselves when we are to honor someone else.
Like watching the game on TV this afternoon?
I'm DVRing it myself.
Nice. Very nice.
We have a tendency to fear our fathers, who tend to be more authoritarian, while our mothers, who are nurturers, are more easily honored.
Not me. I fear my mom's phone calls. What it usually means is that I have to spend the day with my extended family.
No one has the luxury of choosing their family members. Just remember that your responsibility to God comes first. Direct your honor to Him. The rest will soon follow.
Sorry, that's my stomach. I haven't had anything to eat quite yet.
Well, I'm sure there's still plenty left to eat out there. This church has some pretty good cooks in its membership.
That's right, Pastor. And my mom is one of the best of them.
Did she, by chance, bring her famous coconut cake?
You know it.
I'll meet you at the dessert table then.
Hey, save me a piece. Hey, thanks again for saving me some chicken wings, Hope.
We were worried that you weren't coming back.
And whatever gave you that idea?
Gene, are you feeling okay? I was worried when you ran off so fast.
Don't worry about me, Ma. I've never felt better.
Beautiful. Just beautiful.
Tough Talk with Coach Tyranny, take 62.
And now, even more Tough Talk with Coach Tyranny. Buying a car is tough, but sometimes you need a car. To get to the grocery store, to get to your job, or even to your brother-in-law's. When you're in the market for a car, don't you hate having to deal with those big, impersonal dealerships? They're just trying to rip you off. Don't you wish you had a relative in the business? Someone that can get you an insider's deal? Well, now you do. At my brother-in-law's auto sales, you now have a brother-in-law in auto sales. And it just so happens he's my brother-in-law. He has quality pre-owned vehicles in just about any kind of color you want. He has cars.
Just about any kind of color you want.
Trucks.
Just about any kind of color you want.
SUVs.
Just about any kind of color you want.
Vans.
Just about any kind of color you want.
Boats.
Just about any kind of color you want.
Motorcycles.
I only have red motorcycles.
Bad credit? At my brother-in-law's, you're already pre-qualified.
I also do car inspections.
So when your friends ask where you got that new used car, you tell them.
I got it at my brother-in-law's.
No, my brother-in-law's. My brother-in-law's auto sales, next to the Spiffy Lube, here in Oxbow.
Come by and see us today.
This has been Even More Tough Talk with Coach Tyranny. No, listen, I gotta run. Ma, I've got people over. Look, I'll talk to you later, okay? Bye-bye. Yep, bye-bye. I'm hanging up the phone now. Okay, bye. Welcome, sports fans. Here we are again, at the end of another adventure, resting comfortably in my inner sanctum, my fortress of solitude. Well, it's my living room. As we learned last time, this is where I take a step back from my day-to-day and reflect on lessons learned from my personal experiences. As per usual, I'm ensconced in my stylish red satin robe, resting comfortably in my ergonomically correct easy chair at the appropriate distance from the roaring fire, which is burning in my overly ornate stone fireplace. Don't worry, Daisy. I haven't forgotten about you. What's that, girl? Coach Doubletree has been cloned? Oh, sorry, how could I forget? Time for neck calisthenics. That Chihuahua loves her neck calisthenics. Hold on, girl. There'll be plenty of time for that after we speak to these fine folks. So, what have we learned? Well, as usual, I always seem to learn as much as anyone, even though I'm supposed to be the one doing the coaching. I guess it just goes to show that no matter how smart you think you are, there's always going to be more to learn. It breaks down like this. In the Good Samaritan episode, we learned that we are to love our neighbor as we love ourselves. And I love me. In the second episode, we learned that we've been given different gifts. We are to use those gifts for the glory of God. And in the last episode, we learned to honor our father and mother as we honor the Lord. But most importantly, no matter what lessons you learn with me here today, you need to have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. And what does it mean to have a personal relationship with Jesus? Well, ever watch a ball game on TV when they pan around the crowd and somebody's holding a sign that reads John 3:16? Have you ever wondered what it says? Have you ever looked it up? Well, if you haven't, grab your Bible and read it for me. You can't read, Daisy. You're a Chihuahua. It goes a little something like this. For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish, but have eternal life. Well, that's it in a nutshell. Jesus is a gift from God. He died for you so you could receive the gift of the Holy Spirit and eternal life. Accept Christ as your personal Savior and ask him to mold you in the same way that I mold my chest and neck and calves every day. And there you have it, Coach Tyranny's Guide to Life. But don't call me a life coach. I'm a multi-sport physical education instructor at a rural high school in a fictional small town. What's that, girl? Don't be stressed over a test? Get dressed with zest? Oh yeah, how could I forget? Don't mess with the chest. Listen up. Now gather around. Check out the sound from my hometown. Oxbow, it's the land of opportunity. Catch the fever. There's no immunity. Yell once you're invited.
I'm excited, Coach Tyranny. Very excited.
Here's something else for you to know. If you gotta go, well, you gotta go.
Go, Coach Tyranny, go. Go, Coach Tyranny, go. Go, Coach Tyranny, go. Coach Tyranny, go.
Coach Tyranny. Yeah, that's my name, being tough. It's my claim to fame. Pitiful. That's what I'll call you if your neck is thin and your chest is too. You gotta have more than a magic wand to have a big chest in a small pond. If you wanna grow from head to toe, yo, go. Coach Tyranny, go.
Go, Coach Tyranny, go. Go, Coach Tyranny, go. Go, Coach Tyranny, go. Coach Tyranny, go.
Honey bunch cheese and hot chicken wings. These are a few of my favorite things. How could I forget Mom's coconut cake and the Oxbow Steakhouse marbleized steak? But enough about food. It's time to talk turkey. I'll make this clear so it's not murky. Make 'em hear it. All the way to Tokyo. Go, Coach Tyranny, go.
Go, Coach Tyranny, go. Go, Coach Tyranny, go. Go, Coach Tyranny, go. Coach Tyranny, go.
Good day, Oxbow Oxen. Now it's time for your morning announcements. Lunch today is pizza shaped like rectangles. Shh, don't bother me while I'm trying to do morning announcements. Some are wise, most are otherwise. Now, how may I be of service?
I'm excited, Coach Tyranny. Very excited.
Coach Doubletree, you ready to watch the ball game tomorrow?
Just want to check and make sure we're still on.
You know it. I'll have plenty of chips and drinks ready for us.
And I'll bring the cheese.
What kind of cheese?
Gouda, Coach Tyranny. Gouda.
Hello, Gene. It's your mother.
Mom, what are you doing calling me this time of day?
You promised you'd come after you finished your steak and ribs at Oxbow Steakhouse last Tuesday. I picked up the check, remember?
My brother-in-law's auto sales, next to the Spiffy Loop, here in Oxbow.
Just about any kind of color you want.
And who can forget, you get marbles with your steaks.
Cut!
What's the problem?
It's not marbles, Coach. We're talking about marbleized steaks. Marbleized.
Marbleized steaks? Well, that doesn't make any sense. You know you're the only girl for me, Daisy. It's because of you that I had to dump Helga.
Looks right nice.